All right, let's get right into audience questions. The first one, hey David, I am sick and tired of this daylight saving time BS. Is it finally time to get rid of daylight savings time? People often ask this, but really what they mean is, do we want to make daylight savings time permanent? I believe that it would be a good idea to stop changing the clocks. And honestly, I'm actually up for either way, either getting rid of DST or making DST permanent. But my preference would be not to end DST, but to stay on it for the entire year. So remember, we just ended DST. So now that DST is over, we have the sun coming up an hour earlier, and we have the sun setting an hour earlier. I want it darker earlier when I'm trying to sleep. I don't need the sun up. Like, for example, this week in Boston, now the sunrise is officially like 6:20, 6:22, I think it was today, 6:22 in the morning. I'm not up that early, and if I am, I'm okay with it being dark still if I'm up at 6:22 in the morning. I would much rather a 5:30 sunset than a 4:30 sunset. And instead, which is what we have this week in Boston, a 4:30 official sunset, and instead let it be darker earlier when I'm trying to sleep. Now, I know that this doesn't apply to everybody's schedule, but there are way more people who are awake at 5:30 p.m. than there are at 6:15 in the morning, although I know many people get up that early. I understand. I'm not ignoring you. And if you want to make an energy argument by not needing the lights until an hour later, when there are many more people awake that would turn on a light if it's dark at 4:30, you have a huge effective net energy savings. That's number one. There are all sorts of medical claims that are attributed to the switch. The switch itself versus it being light out earlier versus later are sort of two different categories, but there are questions about increased car crashes, workplace accidents, mood, and all sorts of other things. I think that there's probably, you need to look into detail to figure out how many of them are just for the day or two after the switch happens, meaning 2 to 4 days out of the year, and how many are sort of permanent by having the sun set earlier during the winter. You certainly have more people commuting home in the dark when you end DST. My guess is that that also leads to more car accidents. So 36 states have introduced legislation to stop the time change. Some of those say we will stay on standard time all year. Others say we will stay on DST, all year. The main argument that I hear against permanent daylight saving is people who get up earlier are going to get up in the dark, and that's not good. I think that that argument, with peace and love to all of the early risers, I think that that argument is more than outdone by the increased safety of more people getting to commute home in daylight, the increased environmental advantage of not needing to turn on lights until an hour later in the afternoon when many more people are awake. So I am ready to say here today, not end DST, make DST permanent. I want that extra hour in the afternoon all year round. Much of the world, I mean, listen, in Argentina in winter, I think in Buenos Aires, sometimes at like 7:30, it's still pretty dark out. It's fine. People get used to it. In northwestern Spain, for other reasons, because of they're on the wrong time zone, but doesn't matter. In northwestern Spain, where my stepmom's from, in Santiago de Compostela, the sun, I think even at 8 p.m. sometimes during summer, 8 a.m. until 8 a.m., it's still pretty dark. But then you get sunlight until like 9:45 in summer, and it's a beautiful thing. Let's get on permanent DST. Tell me if I'm wrong. Please don't cancel me if this goes against your preconceived notion of the issue. I'm just telling you what I think at the time.